that I'm a fighter.
Happy Wednesday, my friends. Welcome to another edition of the America First Patriot Hour. POP, how are we doing tonight?
I am doing well, thank you.
Well, you look fantastic. We are ready for a big show. I even did my beard, so, this has got to be a tremendously large show. So all our friends that are out there, we are live streaming right now on X, Rumble, and YouTube. So chat is open in all of them. And please come in, join the show. We have a great guest tonight. In fact, he's the man who started this whole thing. He was our first guest back with our really shitty virtual set. And remember, he wasn't on that night. We just got to hear his voice. But Cory, Congressman Cory Mills, and I know everybody's heard a lot about Cory because of Patriot, and that's pretty much what he's doing. POP, what do you think of Cory's efforts this past week?
Yeah, I mean, Cory has his finger on the pulse of the things people are most interested in. I don't want to use excited as the word because you don't want to be excited about somebody who's witnessing human tragedy, but I'm certainly interested to hear what the situation is on the ground in North Carolina from a firsthand viewer. And I'm also excited to hear what he uncovered in Butler when they did their own independent investigation of the assassination attempt. So Cory is involved in some things that are very important to this audience. And I can't be appreciative enough that he would take the time out of his busy schedule to be with us again.
Cory understands. And before I go into my Cory diatribe, I'm going to show this thing again. And I think by now we've earned your trust. We've earned your follow. I would like to think we've earned everything that we've tried to do for you guys. But on the screen, if you see, so you know where to follow the POP at POD Patriot. You know where to follow me at Leo the Lion 1964. We are on Rumble, of course. Leo the Lion Show. We are on YouTube, America First Patriot Hour, at youtube.com, at Leo the Lion Shows, and of course our website. Now our website is right now is information packed with stuff that will help you determine rhinos, understand our links, see the shows, see past shows. So please take a moment, if you would, and follow us, because as you can see, we are going to get real patriots in front of you. It's not easy, but for guys like Cory, it is, because you know why? Real America patriots want to come and talk to everyday American voters. That's really not hard to figure out, is it, POP?
It shouldn't be. Again, these are public representatives, public servants. Therefore, speaking with the public should be their first priority. Unfortunately, it is not that way for far too many of them.
It's kind of ridiculous. So you guys, he was just on Fox with good old Martha. He's been on every show. He talked about what was missing, and it's FEMA, and of course it's the federal response. So Cory's been doing a lot. In North Carolina, he used Mercury One Charity. So let me just pull this up, because we are prepared for everything. So
whole dollars from the government, Leo. 700 whole dollars. You could turn your whole life around with $700.
But yet we're giving $260 billion to.
Yeah, we're paying the retirement for Ukrainian civil servants, but we can't pay our own people to dig themselves out of a human tragedy. Again, you cannot possibly hate our government enough. There is not enough hate contained inside a human body to adequately hate our federal government enough.
And they are doing it on purpose. If you follow Eli Crane, and we're working on getting him on at the end of the month, so you guys are going to get Eli Crane. But Eli, I've been posting that the government is doing this all on purpose. Eli came out today and he said they're very purposeful in their actions and they're doing this on purpose. They are doing this on purpose. So if you can't hate them even more than what the POP just said, understand that they're doing it. They know they're basically, this dog ain't going to hunt. So they're not going to win this election. They know it. I've told you they're throwaway candidates. Look at Walz on the debate stage last night with JD. You're talking about such a mismatch in class that it's it's
embarrassing.
It is. You can't get an interview out of her. You can't get any kind of comments unless she's reading from the pages and the thing, because she doesn't know how to speak. Did you see JD taking notes last night? Did you see him reading any notes? Smart patriots, and you can see why now. You can now see why Trump brought JD Vance in as his vice president, and PLP was right immediately on that one. So PLP, take a bow.
Thank you.
So everybody, you guys are on chat. It's already blowing up. Of course it should, because you've got the great Cory Mills on. Cory started this. So the whole thing that we did when we first started, I told POP, I said, POP, I have a dream. I have a dream. I'm just teasing. That's a little too far overboard. But I had a dream that I wanted to bring on real America First patriots, because we need to get rid of the rhinos. And I've proven. Did you see my post on Mitch McConnell? He received $52 million. Say that again. $52 million in 2022 from corporate donors. Why? His heritage score is a 37. A 37.
It's called buying a candidate.
Right on the head of the nail, as always, Miss POP. So many of them are bought and compromised. And it's just, to me, it's ridiculous. It's just, and all this information is there for the taking. So I'm gathering it. We've put it on our website. What do they have to do on our website to see how much stock money a politician makes, POP?
Just click.
Click a link.
Click.
Click. I like that. That's kind of catchy. Click. So all this stuff has taken place. We're showing you the facts, because understand, if you don't understand, there's a battle right now between the America First patriots, people like Cory Mills, who's a 98% heritage score, 98%. Plus the dude's out trying to save people. He's out trying to do recon. He's out trying to do local search and rescue, hoist operations. The dude's out doing a whole bunch of stuff that's not easy. And when we said he used Mercury 1, okay, is everybody familiar with this 501c3? It's a charity that Cory partnered with to get the helos.
Organization.
Say that again, POP.
Mercury 1 is Glenn Beck.
And do you know when Glenn started this? You just stole my thunder, but thank you. You're brilliant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
no,
thought
you're brilliant.
You didn't do that. Gotcha.
No. 2011 is when he started it, Glenn Beck.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you got a great co-host, you don't even have to go through this stuff. You just understand
Didn't
it.
even plan that.
But these people are helping, and they're partnering, and we have real patriots that are out there. So I hope everyone is excited. I need to go check to see where Cory is at.
Well, I'm excited about last night. The debate went amazing. We can all review the episodes where I said that J.D. Vance should be the vice presidential pick. And you can go back in my Twitter and see people telling me he's not real MAGA. Boom. I rest my case. We haven't had a better spokesperson for the MAGA movement perhaps ever. He's the future of the MAGA movement, and last night solidified it. And I hope we're all feeling pretty great about our chances after last night's debate. It was like the slightly nerdy cool kid up against the big fat loser kid. And I'll let you attribute those descriptions to each accordingly. And I didn't even watch it because I can't watch debates because that would require me to listen to a Democrat. But I did listen to plenty of clips today, watch quite a lot of analysis. And again, I knew all along that he would be a great VP and that whoever Trump chose had the potential to be the future of the MAGA movement. And I think last night, J.D. Vance proved that we should all be quite excited about that. Even the left is saying how great he did, which is kind of hard to believe. But when you dominate a performance with that much class, intelligence, it's hard for anyone to deny it. And we have a great bench compared to the Democrats. Let's be honest. They have a bunch of idiotic buffoons in the wings, evil witches like Whitmer, hair-gelled nincompoops like Gavin Newsom, and we've got J.D. Vance, Ron DeSantis, Vivek. We have this amazing group of talented people. Again, it's hard to comprehend that the Democrat Party exists because of how subpar all of their candidates are compared to all of ours. But thankfully, they are buttressed by the perhaps stupidest people in the history of humanity. And I'm, of course, referring to today's Democrat Party voters. So they have a symbiotic relationship of morons voting for morons. And, fortunately, we don't have to vote for morons. Because
so
go ahead.
No, because we have smart people. Yes. And so just got a quick message from Cory. Just got back in, transferring gear, getting helos ready for tomorrow operations, and repacking the hangar. I said, I understand we are here when you can jump on. So, quick update. He will jump on when he can. He's, the man doesn't have much time to himself to enjoy stuff. He's getting ready to go out again. And, he's just trying to get everything ready, and then he'll jump on. So everybody be a little patient. Be a little patient. Some things are worth waiting for. Just like, can you believe it's already October 2nd, and the election is November 5th?
No.
PLP, that's insane. Let's go through some chat while we're waiting on the man who's just trying to get his stuff together. So Spec says, hi, Raging Pennsylvanian. Stevie said, hello, everyone. I'm listening. Stevie, glad to have you. Stevie 817. I don't think I've seen you on before, but thank you for being on. Everybody needs to show a little bit of patience. There she is, Lynn and Bannon. Hey, everybody. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Stevie. Hi, Lynn, from the POP herself. Non-rambling rumbler said Vance won the debate. Yeah, that was like taking freaking candy from a baby. That was like the first answer.
Big
I was
fat
like,
lobby baby.
Yeah, I after the first answer, I was like, oh, we have a cleanup in aisle 10.
After the first answer, that's exactly what Tim Waltz did. He sharted in his pants when he realized what a buffoon he was going to present for the rest of the night. So,
guys, there was probably 5 occasions where Tim Waltz, when JD was talking, was going like this. Yeah.
he's agreeing with them.
Yeah.
He's like, damn, this guy's good.
God damn, that makes sense. Oh, shit, you're voting for who? Kamala. Oh, no, that didn't make any sense.
No, I'm in the wrong party. Even maybe he even switched parties after last
That's what
night.
Don Jr. said today. So Don Jr. said, after watching him last night, I think JD won his vote. So it was crazy. So Jay Longo, 6'3". Hey, from Marion, Ohio. How are you doing, Marion, Ohio? I am up close to.
Is that near you?
No, I'm up in Lancaster. I don't even know how to say it. I get in trouble every time I try to say it. It's Lancaster.
Lancaster?
And I always say Lancaster. And I always get.
In Pennsylvania, it's Lancaster. Yeah.
Well, I always get corrected. So, there he is, the one, the only.
Breezy.
My little guy, Breezy, 22007. It's great to see everyone. It's good to see you back in the saddle, Breezy. Got some flooding in Ohio. We got a lot of rain in Ohio. I don't see raining. I don't see any flooding here, but you know what? I don't watch the news anymore, so if anybody knows that question that Lynn just asked, please tell us.
Yeah, we got a ton of rain, but no flooding, but it just rained and rained and rained and rained. Oh, there you go. Breezy answered.
Damn. He lives in the same house, and I had no clue. So, all right. Yeah. Awesome. Good job, buddy. Lynn said, thanks, Breezy. Let's see. Logicon. Waltz had liar eyes. He did. Now, hold it. We have to go through this one. The whole debate looked like a bug. That dude looked shook. After the first answer, he even admitted to being friends with school shooters. And the look JD gave him, I was like,
who doesn't want to hang out with school shooters? Come on.
I was
all
like,
the cool kids do it.
I asked that today on X. I was like, all right, show of hands. Who else has had friends with school shooters? Anyone? Because it's POP has, of course, somehow I can almost believe that. Because that woman just, hold it. POP, look away. That woman's kind of crazy. I'm just going to tell you the FBI did some serious stuff to that. I'm just kidding. So look at AOC. Listen, all of the left are insane. They are trying to, listen, right now they're doing Ozzy Osbourne. They're on the crazy train. And they're probably as crazy as Ozzy was when he sang that song. Think about that.
Crazier.
That dude bit the head off bats. That's crazy. Hey, that's batshit crazy. Okay, PLP didn't get it. All right. Just set it up for.
I'm sorry, I did.
I just set it up for a great joke. I said,
I'm reading the chat.
Ozzy bit off a bat's head, and I said, hey, they're batshit crazy.
Listen, I am of the age where we grew up being frightened of Ozzy Osbourne because he thought he was biting the head off of a fake bat, and it was a real bat. And I was terrified of him until the Osbournes came on, and I realized he's just an old fool. This
girl really, I got to tell you guys some of the sheltered life. Uh-oh. We'll have to do a show on the POP sometime. Which we're going to do a show on the... So Cory just says, thank you and sorry for not making. So let me just say.
Does that mean he's not making it at all?
I don't know. POP talk for a second and I will.
Okay.
I will come back.
Okay. Oh, well, no pressure. No pressure.
You're
well, obviously, that will stink. if he does not make it on. And you will all expect us to like start spinning plates over our head and juggling to entertain you. And I don't know that we have anything prepared. So maybe you guys can put in the chat anything you would like us to discuss. I mean, obviously, quite a lot has gone on in the last week. I think we're in a good position for November, even though, half the time I also freak out and think they're going to steal it. We're in a much better position than we were in 2020. And last night was just kind of like the cherry on top for people who believed the ridiculousness that JD Vance was weird or JD Vance hates cat ladies. I literally am a cat lady, and I know he doesn't hate me. So we all knew that was nonsense, but he did a great job of showing the world exactly what he was, an accomplished young man with a bright future ahead of him in our country. So personally, I'm feeling pretty good about November. I mean, it's still hard to be in a state like Pennsylvania where I know that my governor helped steal the last election, but we have lots more in place than we had in 2020. And hopefully we're going to be successful. Do you want to update us, Leo?
Yeah, so thank you, and sorry for not making time. I said, will you come back in a few, or are you out tonight? So I'm just waiting to hear back from him. If he is, we will bring him back on, and we will labor through just with the POP and I. But you know what? The man is out trying to save people's lives, and he's repacking helos, and he's trying to get everything situated, and he's trying to go out and do some great things for our fellow Americans. And I think that takes probably precedence versus trying to be on the show. But I'm still hoping that he will come on the show. We'll see. We'll see what he says. If he can't make it, then I will update everybody immediately, and we'll see what happens. Jay Longo said, hey, he humiliated Tim Ryan. I got a feeling anybody JD goes up against, he's going to humiliate.
Yeah.
Because he's the most composed. This is going to seem stupid, but does he not seem like the 2024 version of Abe Lincoln without the top hat?
Yeah, I agree.
He's just so methodical and calm. He checked the two idiot liberal moderators last night. They tried to fact check him. He went back and fact checked them, and then he cut off his mic.
That was beautiful. He did not stop. And that's exactly what we need to do is, you know what? You're not going to treat us the way that you've always treated us in these debates. And I'm going to get my point across whether you like it or not, whether you turn off my mic or not. And by turning his mic off, they looked like children. They took their ball and went home.
Well, and what do they have, really? So think about the Democrats today. So think about them. They don't have a policy. They don't have successes. They don't have a strong economy. They don't have a tight border. They don't have low inflation. They haven't found how many children. All they have is a purposeful erosion of America. And when people say, how can you really think that? How many times have you heard them talk about depopulation? How many times have you heard them talk about the Great Replacement? How many times have you heard them talk about what they want to do to the First Amendment? And you heard today that Chutkin, who's, again, a very liberal, biased judge, unredacted the whole January 6th immunity case against Trump. So she redacted the whole 164 pages, which, of course, they're now going to try to find little pieces to try to go after Trump outside of what the Supreme Court said. So these liberals, no, it's not. But the whole thing is they're using lawfare. They're illegally.
Yeah, it keeps failing. What's hilarious is, again, we all know the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. They have consistently tried to use lawfare against Trump. It has consistently failed. They have consistently looked like assholes doing it, and small-minded, anti-American bastards. I can't even think of my words. It never works. It's never going to work. In fact, it keeps making him more popular. But here we are a month before the election, and they're like, "This'll do it." By Jove, no, it won't.
No, it will not.
It will not do it.
So, let me read some facts that I had put together for Cory. I'm gonna guess that Cory is probably not going to be on tonight, so we will have to have Cory on a future time. He is. One of his people just came on and said, Leo, he tried to make it back, but he can't get the helo because they only have the helo so long. And I said, I completely understand. So these things happen in show business, right? They happen in America. And when disasters strike, we want our politicians, the real ones, the America First ones, the ones that care. We want them to go out and do the things they need to do to save Americans. That's what we're supposed to all do, right? We're supposed to join together. We're supposed to go out and try to help each other, save others. But man, oh man, that's gotten lost. That's went far, far away. So, POP, how about we do this real quick? Let me play something real quick because I want people to be able to see him. You okay with that?
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Congressman Cory Mills. Just want to give you a midday update. So today, we took the helos early in the morning, did welfare checks and hoist operations, as well as for resupply into Burnsville, Cello, which is right there in that area. We went out to Poplar, delivered Starlink systems that allowed them to be able to get communications for family check-ins. Again, this is going to reduce the amount of missing persons reports and concern for families who are in other states and locations. Went back into Asheville, did a hoist operation for an elderly gentleman who basically we had to do a welfare check on, hadn't been heard on a number of days. We just got the Casa 212 in with our resupply, plenty of water, toilet paper, diapers, things like that. We're going to go ahead and transfer and load into the helo now. We're going to be going into Bernardsville. We're going to do a drop there, and then we'll come back to Greenville, refit. We're also dropping right now as we speak in our secondary helo into Poplar, insulin, 9 oxygen O2 bottles, as well as for some additional water. So we've split our helo operations to be able to achieve multiple location drops, as well as for linking up with other partners and organizations. So we're getting ready to load this up and head back over, but I'll keep you updated and give you the daily wrap up. Thanks so much. Keep your prayers for North Carolina. God bless.
So, quick message from Cory. Just wanted you guys to be able to hear from him. Again, we apologize, but certain things we can't account for or plan for, and I would rather have Cory out there trying to save people. So let me just give you some numbers real quick. 175 people have died because of Hurricane Helene. 6,000 175.
Oh my God.
1,000 are missing. Finally, Biden has 6,000 National Guardsmen, 4,800 federal aid workers, and 1,000 active duty members. But the 82nd hasn't been released yet. And the 82nd is made, and they are signed up, I believe through FEMA, as the organization or the group within the military that goes out because they're trained for air to ground missions and go out and get these people. I helped train with the 101st. So 6 states were impacted: North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and Virginia. Cory, right now, what missions he's working on is what they call welfare, hoist, and resupply. So welfare is to see if anybody's stuck and they need to help somebody and get them out. Hoist is exactly what it sounds like. It's a mission where they send you down on a static line and you go in with a hitch and you go grab somebody and you pull them out. And resupply is just to make sure you get food, water, and supplies, much needed supplies to the right people. Get it out to people that are in need. Because, of course, people are probably injured. People are probably in need of first aid. So we talk. So, PLP, what do you think about those numbers right off?
Well, it's frightening, that 1,000, how many of those will we find alive? How many of those will we, God forbid, find deceased? How many people are, I don't watch the news because I don't have cable. Have the waters completely receded? Do we even know, if there's bodies still out there that nobody has found? It's just horrifying. And, again, we can't, we can't, unless you've lived through something like that, you can't imagine the catastrophe that something like that is. And all we can do is pray. And certainly we're disappointed we don't get to speak with Cory, but there are people who what he was doing today could perhaps save their life. And we can't be selfish and say, oh, he missed our show, but he did save some lives. That's just simply more important, specifically based on those numbers. And again, the fact that there was any delay in our federal government sending whatever they could, God, I just, I want to throw an F-bomb right now. I'm not going to, but I effing hate our government. I with the heat of 1,000 suns. And again, as a Christian, I'm not allowed to hate people, but I can hate an organization that is, as constituted, is a force for evil, and that is our government. And the only duty they have is to the American people. And that is the one duty they simply ignore, flout, and do not uphold. But sure as shit, if you're Juan Jose from Ecuador and you rape somebody and, you need bail money, they'll be sure to get that to you. But if you're if you're John Lucas in North Carolina and you just watched your house get swept away and you're clinging to a tree, they don't give a flying F what happens to you. And we're in a disgusting chapter in our history, truly disgusting. The only way to right it is to elect Donald Trump in November and get the bastard demonic monsters who currently constitute our government out of there. But, I so many Americans have given over to that same demonic, behavior, that we're looking at a tight election when these are the people that we're up against, people who have truly abandoned the American people in every way you can imagine.
Yep. That's very well said. So
just sickens me.
It is, and it's what really bothers me is it's on purpose. They're trying to do this to us. They haven't done anything in 4 years to help America.
In fact, they've done everything to hurt America. Everything they have done, as you said, is calculated to destroy our finances, our well-being, our inherent God-given freedoms as enumerated in the Constitution and Bill of Rights. Again, I posted the other day, and I'm not being facetious. I believe with everything inside me as a Jesus Christ loving Christian that the Democrat Party is demonic. I believe that people who vote Democrat put their souls in jeopardy. If they fooled themselves into believing that they're Christians, I think that they perhaps need to read the Bible and re-examine the man, Jesus Christ, on whom our faith was built. Because there are two sides in this country. our side is not perfect, but their side is flat out demonic.
It's well, you know what? It's with what they did in 2020, what they got through, what they were able to pull off, what they were able to fake orchestrate. You had to think that by October of 2024 that the shit would be hitting the fan. And we're there right now. We are at that place. We have 34 days left. We have to win an election. They've already tried to assassinate Trump twice. They're scared. They're worried. There's a lot of bad people who know. You know, it's just like all the people on Diddy's list. And I keep hearing, the list will come out. And I'm like, well, I'll believe that when I see it. Because that's usually not the way it works. I hope it does.
Listen, if Trump wins, if and when Trump is declared the victor, there will be tens of thousands of Americans inside this government who spend the next several months deleting, shredding, doing whatever they can to cover up the trail of devastation and dishonesty that this party has conducted over the last 4 years. And, because they know damn well that what they did was criminal and that they all could end up in jail. And that is why they will kill Donald Trump rather than let him win. It's not just that they hate him. They don't hate him. They hate everything he stands for. And what he stands for is what we stand for. Our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, our love of freedom, our love of God. They are against all of that. They've done everything they could to undermine that. There is a trail of evidence years long of what these bastards have done. And that is why Donald Trump has faced 2 assassination attempts, because when he gets in, he will not make the same mistake he did last time and let people go who committed crimes, and they're going down.
That's what they're up against. That's what they're fighting. And that's why you're seeing the pull and the tug, right? You're seeing the tug of war. It's what's taking place in our country. And it's not just about Trump. It's about saving the republic. I mean, Trump is one man that just happens to be winning and standing in their way. But there's 80 million of us standing in the way. And people are changing every day. People are leaving the Democrat Party and they're like, oh, no, screw that. We're voting for Trump because we have to. So let's take a quick look at some posts. Guys, tonight we were going to have Cory Mills on, Congressman, Florida District 7. Last minute, he's doing a helo reload, and he's not going to be able to jump on. So we apologize. I don't ever like to tell anybody that we're going to have somebody on and then not have them on. In this circumstance, I think everybody can understand what's taking place. We will have Cory on again. Cory is a friend of the show. He is somebody who's helping me with other people. He's helped drive Patriots and DMs me every single day. So we will have him back on. So again, we apologize for not having him on right now, but he's out doing God's work. He's out trying to save people, and he's not been home yet. So he's out there working. And remember, they don't have to work right now because they're off again for election break. So let's hit a couple of chats real quick. What do you think, POP? Does that sound good?
That works.
Lynn says, well, Jay Longo said 63 said the election is over. It should be, yes. Lynn says they are turning illegals into citizens at a record pace. Oh my God, yeah, they probably need another 10 million. So they're pulling at everything and everyone right now. Specs says amateur cat lady. Sammy says I didn't want to watch the debate either. Just caught clips too. Walsh is much too strange for me. He reminds me of how thespians acted in 45 years ago.
That's awesome, Sammy.
Not Walsh, though. He is a bona fide fruitcake.
Oh, that he is. That he
All right,
is.
so
That is.
th-
You
we're
know
gonna
who
have
he reminds? I just realized who he reminds me of. You know the Chris Farley character in
oh
A Man
yeah,
Down by the River. That's
Sammy.
him.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he does that little leg
Just like
kick.
that big fat buffoon who he looks like a slob and he's just uncomfortable in his own skin. That's who he is. Then you have Vance and he's like Mr. Calm, cool, and he's like James Bond compared to big fat Farley.
Yeah, he's like Abe Lincoln. You know, he's just sitting there going,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, let me tell you about."
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just brutal. I'm telling you, after the first answer, I was like, "Oh boy, this is gonna."
Lynn just said he reminds her of John Wayne Gacy.
Oh Jesus! Well, you know what, Lynn, you probably might not be too far off on that one. Talk about what Politico said about JD and beards causing toxic masculinity. Listen, Politico and MSNBC and ABC and CBS, and you saw where Trump told 60 Minutes to stick it because of the whole laptop.
Well, you know why? Because there's not enough testosterone inside a single Democrat male to grow a beard. They think it's toxic to have testosterone because they're a bunch of mincing fops. Look that up.
You mean
fops,
a beard?
Yes.
A beard means you don't have toxic masculinity. Damn.
No, a beard means you do have toxic.
Oh.
You're
okay.
very toxic. Yeah.
Oh, good. I've heard that. I've been called toxic many times. I don't know why. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Can you guys tell me in chat?
Depends on who's saying it.
Well, if you're saying it, I'm scared shitless, so I'm just teasing. Sammy said, one of my words won't post. It's not bad either. Oh, you mean it won't post on here? Well, give us an brief.
Rumble's no censorship, so if you're trying on Rumble, it shouldn't. But if you're on
Sammy's
X,
on X. Yeah, he's on X. Doug Wall says Cory is the definition of a patriot. He is. He's a good dude. He works hard. 98 heritage score. I point blank asked that man at 12:30 in the morning because I look at their stock trades and I said, before I, tell you that you're part of the young guns, so I call them the young guns. It's the America First people, that 5% that's worth the shit because the other 95 couldn't grab their ass with both hands if they had to. And I asked him point blank at 12:30 at night, I said, did you do stock trades while you were elected? And he says, no. So when I tell you guys that we verify, and just because, like, Cory's my friend and everything, but I'm going to tell you right now, I would have liked a little bit more of a heads up tonight. If there was things happening, I would have liked to have known that because I value your guys' time too. So I'm sure him and I will have a couple of words, but I understand in essence what he's trying to do tonight, and that I can't refute trying to take care of others. But I don't want the everyday shows like ours. We're not the big wig show. We're not the big massive shows. We're not the, hey, we are the well-loved Elon talks to his shows on X. No, we are the everyday middle-class America Patriot Show. We're non-monetized. Am I trying to be? Hell yes, because I've got about $400 worth of bills and all this shit it takes to record and do this stuff. I pay that every single month. So am I trying to get there? Absolutely. That's why I want you guys to follow, repost, share. I mean, why should big accounts get all the fun when all they do is stick up a middle finger and say the same shit every day? We're trying to put real America First patriots in front of you. We're trying to make this as good as we can. We're on YouTube. Listen, YouTube to me is tough. It is a tough thing for me. I'm trying to figure it out because I want to bring people to the show. So again, go back to the earlier thing that I showed, and I'll show it up again, and follow us, please. Buy a t-shirt. All shipping is free. Do stuff to help the show. You see these little things right here, donate to the show. help the show, because I swear to you, I spend 10 to 12 hours a day doing this because we're trying to chase down people and do stuff. And POP's working. She works for a living. I'm on disability, and I'm a one-man ass-kicking. I'm like a one-man, one-armed paper hanger right now. Because we're out there trying to find these people. So, again, if you like the show and you want to hear from the Cory Mills and the Eli Cranes and the Tim Burchetts and the Mandy Gunasakaras, don't forget, her book came out. Y'all Fired, a Southern Belle's Guide to Restoring Federalism and Draining the Swamp. So please get out there and take a look at stuff. According to Politico's logic, Abe Lincoln's decision to grow a beard caused a civil war. Listen, these people want a bunch of trans, fruity alphabet people running around going, hi, everyone. You've misgendered me. I'm really a possum. And you're like, oh, okay. I wasn't able to.
My possumhood.
I wasn't able to really tell that. My apologies. They're crazyville. So the more they come out and say stuff, the better it is for Trump, because Trump is telling you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to fix that, I'm going to take care of this, here's my policies. Oh, hey, you want to ask me questions? Great. Kamala's like, don't ask me a damn question. I don't want to shit. I'm going to take a photo op on a plane where my earphones aren't even plugged into the phone. You know what I mean? I'm going to fake it until I make it. Well, she's not going to fake it until she makes it because she's losing. So, all right, Sammy said amen. POP said, how insane is that? Total madness. I think Biden and Harris have really just given up. Okay, who is this? Winner of Darkness. Winner of Darkness. We are one. You have joined me in the Vulcan mind meld. Because I have...
Frightening place to be. Run,
yes,
run.
Yes, take it from her. She's telling you the truth. I've said, POP, this is why you get paid the big bucks as the co-host. How many months have I said that they are throwaway candidates? I'm trying, though. I'm trying.
Very long. As long as I said that we should pick J.D. Vance as the vice president.
Oh,
toot,
man.
toot. We're both tooting our horns. Toot, toot.
That was a great comeback. But going back to Winter of Darkness, yes, they are. No candidates act like this in the last waning moments of a presidential election. You don't just say, hey, here's my campaign strategy. Fuck it. That's their campaign. My friends, that is their strategy. Refute it all you want to. Donald Trump is horrible and he's going to kill everything. Okay, but he called in the National Guard and he didn't do it the first time. Yeah, but he's going to do it this time. He's going to imprison all of us. And by the way, we just brought up 12 more charges against him and imprisoned Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro. Do you understand how stupid and idiotic I don't know what's a better word for fiction. It's pure fiction. It's like a fictitious horror movie. And everybody knows, it's one of those shitty movies that you know the ending to, but you got to get through it anyway because it's kind of got your attention. This is what we're living through right now. Okay, POP, please cut in because I've went a little off the rails there. The POP is correct. Man, don't ever say that. Oh, I'm just kidding. We are in a disgusting chapter.
I'm often correct. Mm-hmm.
We are in a very disgusting chapter of American history, but guess what? It had to be here. You know why? Because they stole the 2020 election. Mm-hmm. You ever heard that saying, what goes around comes around? And karma usually...
Are we stealing this one?
What? No, they're not going to steal this one.
Are we stealing this one?
Well, we're not stealing it. We're actually voting like the Republic says. We're... Convention of States, we're actually following the Constitution and doing what we were doing. Listen, that brings me to a point. Do you know when the Constitution was first written?
17. It was ratified in 87, right?
Yes, it was. Do you know how old those dudes were? Do you know why they wrote it? They wrote it in private. Do you know why? Because they were worried about crooked politicians on the other side. So they wrote it in private. Do you know how old these people were? They were. One was 17, one was 19, one was 21, and one was 25. Mm-hmm. Now, if you...
Our 17, 19, 21-year-olds and 25-year-olds can't even get out of mom's basement. And we wonder why the country's failing.
If you ask them, like, hey, what's the... can you tell us anything about the Constitution, the First Amendment, the 16th Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Second Amendment? Who did this, when in history? They'd be like, They're
too busy touching themselves to anime porn.
The hard-hitting facts that she provides on this show. Oh, boy. PLP, I love you. Jay Longo 63 says, it is intentional. Yes, it is, my friend. I believe that completely. Lynn says, my sister is in church, going Catholic, and a Democrat. I am just finding God, but always a Trump supporter. Something, the Democrats' policies doesn't line up with...
No, you can't be a Christian and a Democrat. I hope your sister comes to understand that, Lynn. I know you know it. They're mutually exclusive.
It's asinine. It's crazy.
Imagine holding up the Democrat Party platform when you stand in front of Jesus Christ and saying, oh, you didn't like abortion up to and including birth? Oh, you didn't like the mention of God removed from the party platform? Oh, you didn't like transing kids? Oh my goodness. You mean I shouldn't have voted for them?
Lord, they lied to me. Go ahead. You're going down anyway. See ya.
And they did lie. That's the thing. We all know what their policies are. Yeah.
Sal, my friend Sal. Trump needs the House and Senate to get anything done. I got a feeling he's going to win the Senate because Sheehy's up by 8. Marino's actually winning here against Sherrod because Sherrod decided to go down that trans path. You saw where the schools, the women's volleyball from Riley Gaines, 3 of the schools in college, because they have a dude on their team. A dudette. My apologies.
No, a dude, a man with balls and a penis. Mm-hmm.
3 big schools have said, nope, we're going to go ahead and take the L. We're forfeiting. So that's, people are fighting back.
It's about damn time. It is about damn time.
So people are fighting everywhere. And I think a lot of people are making some good things happen. We absolutely must read down ballot. I think we will. I really do. I think people are... listen, the Democrats have overplayed their nefarious hand. God damn, I needed some dark music behind that one. They've overplayed it.
Do, do, do.
Ooh. So, and what happened is they've went so far...
Leo and I are not drunk, by the way. I know we seem drunk tonight, but I haven't had a drink in 20 years, and Leo doesn't drink either. So.
I'm drunk on patriotism. I do have my sugar-free Orange Crush. Thank you.
I've got my big gulp.
Oh, Lord. She always has her big gulp. She likes a big gulp.
I do.
So, Matt Foley was 34, divorced, and lived in a van down by the river. Tim Walsh. Looks just like him. And what is this with this? What, dude, what are you doing? And there's nobody there. Have you seen this? He's waving and
there's no real men who are in the Democrat Party. They're all a bunch of mincing flops.
Okay, so my man, and I agree with that one, POP. Sal said, Leo, getting Hunk How would be a great show. I've invited this dude 3 times. So, guys, let me tell you something. Let's take a step back because my man Sal has just went right into that place where I think I need to spend a minute. I have invited anybody that you can think of that's America First countless times. I am on a running 17-day President Trump emailing Cory Lewandowski, Carolyn Levitt, Donald Trump, telling them how epic it's going to be, how great of a show it's going to be, how wonderful to talk to the everyday voters. I'm going to get them. You watch. I will get them. Because we deserve to hear from our elected officials. And I've carried enough water up that damn hill for that man since 2015. And again, I was a hard worker. I was military. I've done everything I can to support and build and grow. Now, everything I do is this show. Everything. And oh, by the way, Sunday, you guys wanted to hear the raging Pennsylvanian popping off with the POP. Her show will come out Sunday because all my energy is going into this, and I'm going to help produce her show. So be on the lookout. We will be telling you guys about it. We are going to call it Popping Off with the POP. So whoever came up with that, please shake your hand right now. Stop what you're doing.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Well, you always pat yourself, so yeah, you're okay. Now, PLP is usually bitching at herself, so if truth be told, she's not patting herself. She's like, oh, my God. She's, damn, that sounded
usually insulting myself. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, she is. So I'm 4 hours west of the Tennessee, North Carolina disaster area. I have friends that live there. They've checked in, but I'm posting everything I can find on the Situation X and Facebook. The American people have stepped up. Any Democrat who is celebrating the destruction is demonically possessed. Everything you just said in that is factually true. You can't believe
Leo,
in
who
seven.
is that? I can't see the name of the
Winter
the person.
of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
And I would have to see them in context on X. All I know is that we have a ton of people on here tonight. I know they wanted to see Cory, and they got stuck with our two mugs.
I was going to say sorry.
But we tried, and we will have them on again, trust
We're
me.
nice, and we're funny.
And right now, we have
one
14.
of us is good looking. You can guess which one.
And we have
Leo thinks it's him.
no, I know better than that. Right now we have 1,400 views on X.
1,400 people going, where's Cory and who are these two buffoons?
Well, this would be our show. Leo the Lion shows America First Patriot Hour. No, I'm guys all like it. Prayers up for Cory. Okay, let's pray for the man because we are the party of God. We are the party of believing in saving people, helping our fellow man, trying to be there. That's what Cory's doing. So pray for him. It's not. Listen, it's dangerous to go up in a helo in these type of conditions and try to do hoist operations. Because sometimes the helo is going. So prayers up to Cory. They believe in their truth, but they were never taught the truth. They were taught the truth, my friend. They just decide to bastardize it because that's what they do. Mm-hmm. Sammy, 3 beers. Oh, yeah, I wish I had 3 right now, my friend. Constitution approved by Founding Fathers September 17th, 1787. J. Longo 63. Listen, we got the greatest chat people in the world. I swear to God we do. Sal said, Waltz is really creepy. That dude scares me. He would be, and I don't want to come across transphobic or anything, but if I was in a room alone with that dude, I'd either hit him and tell him, dude, Stop acting like that. What the hell are you doing? You're a guy. Guys don't act. Okay, maybe you're not a guy. I apologize. Let me just take a step back. Ratified 1788. Bill of Rights added by December 1791. Where else do you guys get this kind of hard-hitting factual information?
Right.
It's a limp wrist or wave. Woohoo! Hello.
It's gross.
Okay.
Gross. I still don't understand how we continue to have Democrats, because I don't know how any woman sleeps with a man who votes Democrat. I just don't.
Well, we do have the new blue-haired ones and the ones that like weigh 290 and say, my body, my choice.
Super, super gross. Makes me want to throw up thinking about it.
J-Lock 63. When Walt kicks his right leg forward, he looks like he's auditioning for the Rockettes. I don't remember any Rockettes looking like that, but yes, I agree. Speck said yes and ha ha ha. All right, so America First is the party of more people, regardless if they have religion or not. You know what? God said there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to dance. There's a time to cry. There's a time to probably scream. There's a time to worry. All things have a time under God, under heaven. And it's important that you all have faith, but follow people like us who are going to give you the straight truth. See, nobody owns us. Nobody pays for us. Nobody buys us. Nobody tells us what to say. When I break down stuff and the PLP breaks it down, it's coming from her years in the FBI, my years in the military, my years in business, my years being a patriot since Ronald Reagan. It's, I don't want to say easy, but it comes much easier for me to put two and two together. Nobody can tell me that Kamala Harris and her, what's her husband's name? Doug. I'm going to beat the woman, Emhoff.
Slapped a woman, Emhoff. Mm-hmm.
He's calling Trump today, talking about misogyny, and the dude has done that. He slept with his mate.
Hit a woman. Yeah, you can't make this crap up.
It's unbelievable to me why other people, the one woman in PLP state, did you see this interview, PLP up in Pennsylvania?
Mm-mm.
They asked this young lady, they said, why are you voting for Kamala Harris? And she says, because of the 169 million jobs that she brought to Pennsylvania.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
This is Charlie Kirk. And the guy said, I don't think there's 69 million people in Pennsylvania.
What? No, there aren't. There's like 20 million people in Pennsylvania. Again, may I present the Democrat Party voter, the stupidest, most ill-informed, people in the history of humanity. Like, there's just, it doesn't even come close.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
The only reason you can have a party like the currently, ensconced Democrat Party continue to get votes is if you have a populace that is dumbed down to the intelligence of dirt. That's how I feel bad insulting dirt. That's how stupid these people are.
Well, the Democrat Party has done a good job of attacking our education system, hurting our children, hurting our education, taking away Pledge of Allegiance, removing God, doing all the things that they've done. They've done it, and you know where Mike, No Johnson and the boys are at? They're on break again. And do you know that Trump, and I'm trying to verify this, and I was going to verify it tonight with Cory Mills, do you know Trump was calling in to other Republicans in the House and telling them not to vote for the CR? Did you guys hear this?
I did not hear that. Apparently they didn't listen.
Again, well, I think many of them did. It's just, there's so many rhinos. Again, when I tell you guys, Steve Scalise, Elise Stefanik, John Kennedy, Mark Wayne Mullins, this dude has traded more stock than,
Can't stand him. Yeah.
and he's got a 42% heritage score. You know where I found that? On my website. Go educate yourselves, guys. We're putting together all this stuff so you can use it. You can have it. You have it at your fingertips. And how do they access it again, POP?
Click of a button.
Click. Click. Because I want us, we're fighting multiple battles here. We've got the young guns. We've got the J.D. Vances and DeSantis, Cory Mills, Eli Cranes. We have people out there. I think Luna's good. I'm worried about her and Gates a little bit. I'm a little tired of too much of the X. I want my elected officials at this time focused on what the task at hand is. Not trying to play kissy face on Twitter with each other. So I've invited both of them on. They are both. You know, Gates has dropped to an 81% heritage score.
Oh, that's upsetting. Lynn.
81%. Do you know who
Lynn's going to be pissed.
The highest people right now is Byron Donalds, Cory Mills. Tim's at 89%. Eli's at 94%, I believe. So, again, all this information, my friends, we've put out there for you guys. It's all there. If you go click on the stock page, you can go in and see how much money they made. When were they elected, and then how much money they made afterwards. Do you know they've went from 1.2 billion, just the top 38 that I was looking at, and they've made over 2.1 billion. So they've increased $823 million since they're being elected. Okay?
Disgusting.
And their heritage scores are right there to see. Then you can go click on a tab inside of the link that brings you to this website, this stock trading website, and it tells you how much corporate donor money was given to them and when. So if you want to go see if a rhino is a rhino, go look. You had Katie Britt on last night. Her friend, J.D. Vance, talking about J.D., talking about all the stuff. Do you know she's got a 62% heritage score? Do you know she's Mitch McConnell's fledgling? So we have to defeat the Democrats, which Trump's going to do. Trump and Vance. Brilliant move. Trump was playing backgammon and chess. Everyone else was playing checkers. He brought in J.D. J.D. gives everybody comfort and faith if something happens to Trump. Now, Waltz certainly doesn't do that. Can you imagine him kicking his leg and him being president if he had to be? My friends, Jay Longo, 63, Byron Donalds would make an excellent guest. I have invited Byron, invited him today. In fact, his comms director's name is Daniel First. I sent him a message to Daniel First. I know these people. When I tell you I am leaving no stones unturned, I am. I really am doing that. So, guys, let's do this. I apologize again tonight. We got 1,750 people watching us right now. So we haven't lost anybody. So thank God, that's a good thing. In all reality, guys, we are trying to put together an America First Patriot Show. We are trying to bring on people who we think are going to be leaders. Sal, if you could reach out to Cal, I would appreciate that. I would love his story. I've invited him. So again, for all of you that are out there, if you have a politician and you want them to come on the show, invite them. Send me a DM and say, Leo, could you send me the invite? the VIP invite that you guys do. Could you send me the virtual set page with their picture in it? I will do that for you, and I will send it to you. So Luna's been asked 3 times. MTG's been asked. I haven't asked Bobert yet. I've asked Massey repeatedly. I've asked Jordan. I even asked No Johnson, but he's wise enough to know that POP would probably hand him his...
Tear him up.
That would be bad. So, again, my friends, we apologize for tonight. Cory's out saving people. We will have other people on, and we will get Cory back on. I promise you that. He's a friend of the show, and he's a great guy. And I think the absolute world of him. And he's one of those keepers. He's an action guy. And you know what? I can ask him the straight poop. I could ask him point blank. And the dude will respond to me immediately. So, 98% heritage score, out saving people's lives, went to Afghanistan to get people. Trying him and Eli Crane, trying to figure out what happened with Trump and the assassination. And I was going to ask them about the January 13th committee, which is, of course, Johnson's BS committee that nothing's going to happen. So, PLP, we've talked a long time. We've tried to make this a really great show. We have, because of you and chat. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Please, invite people. Invite them. If you're not following the show, please take a moment. If you want this, I'm going to put this on our website. You can go click on the website. PLP, I'm also going to want to get, if you got other stuff, we're going to want to get yours on the website too. If you got Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I want people to follow us because you don't have anything?
Okay. Nope, I have no social media but Twitter.
Okay, so I've added YouTube for you guys. I'm on Rumble for you guys. And I'm on X because I love X. I love Elon and trying to save our country. So, again, follow us. Check out the website. Check us out on Rumble. Check us out on YouTube. Go check out the shorts and the videos. We're carving stuff up. We're trying to get stuff to you guys. And again, we're very sorry for not having Cory on tonight. PLP, any final thoughts?
No, just for the people of North Carolina, pray for our country, pray for Donald Trump.
My friends, pray for all of them because the next 34 days are going to be dangerous. Then we're going to enter what I call the gauntlet of 76, the gauntlet of hell. It's the 76 days between November 6th and January 21st. Let us know about, would you like us to have an all-night election marathon show? Tell us if you guys would like us to do that. Also, be on the lookout for popping off with the POP. That's going to be crazy, but it is going to be fantastic. So look for that coming out Sunday. PLP, thank you. Thank you for troopering through.
Thank you.
My friends.
Thank you to everybody who held on.
Yep. So most of all, thank you all. Are you America First? Are you following America First? Help the show grow. Help us grow. We follow you back. Do what you can. Pray for Cory Mills and pray for those that are out there fighting right now for Americans, trying to save them. Stand tall, be accountable. Never let them take your hope. Even when life throws you a curveball like tonight, roll with it, make the most of it, and try to be America First. That's the only way we're going to save the Republic. It's the only way we're going to save our government. And as always, my friends, make sure you roar loud enough that they can hear you. Popping off at the PLP Sunday. See you guys then.